Hey, listen, Mark. I got another little gift for you, bro.
Holy shit, where did you get that?
Don't worry about it, man. Let's just call this expanding the market. It's about time we got our shit together around here. Of course, we did have to get permission from the man.
My uncle okayed this? I don't think so.
Alright, he didn't. But listen, Marty, that's where you come in, man. It's tough around here with him pushing us around and shit. We can't get nothing done, dude. You need to step up. You need to help me out, man.
Nah, I ain't in this. I don't want your business or your problems. Sorry. What the fuck you think you're doing? This isn't funny, man.
I'm Juan Carlos Buitron. I am the writer, producer, director, and actor for the independent feature film Every Day, which we created in 2000 and released in 2001. When we initially distributed the film, the company that picked it up, we were deathly excited about the opportunity. What we were naive about and a bit disappointed was our complete lack of creative control when it came to the marketing of the film in itself. So when what we created as a multicultural, multi-socioeconomic family struggle film based in the inner city, it turned out to be a minority exploitation film based in the ghetto, and that was it was disappointing, but we thought that was part of the game. We just chalked it up to a learning experience. But what's funny about it is that when you look at the original graphics of that initial release, none of the images in that DVD video release had anything to do with our film. I mean, it's not even, none of the characters are even presented in that cover. So it's a bit amusing, disappointing at the same time, but a valuable learning experience, especially in terms of how we wanted to manage the marketing of this film the second time around. After our very first day of shooting, which we were very proud of, we got over about I'd say about 90 minutes of footage on a mini DV tape of multiple takes of several scenes. It was a very productive day. And we continued with our second day of shooting the following day, in which we got another about 80-90 minutes of wonderful footage, and we're just rolling through the script. Nothing could be easier. So we all decide, after another productive day, the cast and crew, hey, let's pop in the tape and let's just see what we've looked at. Let's see what we've done the last couple of days. Only to learn that I had recorded our second day over our first day's footage.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much.
Are you all right? I thought I was gonna break down in anger because of that mistake that I made. It wasn't anyone else's fault. I was in charge of the assistant camera that day. So it was a learning experience. It set us back an entire day. We had to come back a different day and shoot it. But luckily we were able to get it accomplished and the scenes matched. So the success that we did have was that it did get a blockbuster release. It was at Hollywood Video, if you remember Hollywood Video. It was at Blockbuster Video, if you remember Blockbuster Video. And it had it reached several of back when mom and pop video stores were still in business back then. So it was pretty, we got a pretty fair nationwide release with it. We also received some notoriety by being chosen for screenings at the San Francisco Digital Underground, the Gene Siskel Film Center. We screened it at the Vic Theater in Chicago. We got we got a very positive review from the Columbia Chronicle and the Chicago Reader. So we were excited about that. And the reason why we were excited about that is because in the end, the film cost us about $10,000 to make. Straight up, the only thing that we paid for that were equipment rentals and food, and some of the locations like the nightclub and and we like maybe possibly rented a vehicle or two, but those were our biggest expenses.
But the important thing is you continue to work hard. Don't get discouraged.
Trust me, I won't. I've come too far.
That's right. I'm very proud of you. Do you know that?
Thanks.
One of the best stories was the day, was pretty much our very first day of shooting, and we were in my apartment and we were setting everything up, and the associate producer John Vanis and I, we just looked at each other, and we were just so proud of ourselves because we just felt that it took months for us to even get to our very first day of shooting. And right when we were setting everything up and we were going over lines, we just knowingly looked at each other and just said that, hey, you know, we're gonna make this happen. And he looks at me and he goes, "I'm proud of you, brother." I'm like, "I'm proud of you, brother." And after that, we were able to handle we were able to handle every tidal wave that happened throughout that production after that day because of that. There was no stopping us, even after we made mistakes. Why would anyone try and go through something like this again, especially when we literally kind of graduated from the School of Hard Knocks throughout this entire process. Or from a filmmaking standpoint, we learn something new every day from our mistakes. From a producing standpoint, we learn something new every day from our mistakes. From a fundraising standpoint, we learn something new every day from our mistakes. From a distributor standpoint, we learn something new every day from our mistakes. And to take that experience and knowledge now, I believe that we're better prepared. I think Phase 2 Pictures is just the embodiment of everything that we were able to accomplish with such limited knowledge and resources and support, for that matter. And it represents us, and I think it's a wonderful analogy of the human spirit. You can't just give up because you fail. And we've all heard that before. Some of the most successful people in history have failed multiple times. And we need to take that to heart. And I think the reason why we didn't do this earlier is because we forgot that. We forgot that successful people fail, that good people fail. But they never quit. And I think that this is the time for us to show who we are as professionals, as producers, knowing what we know. That gives us a wonderful opportunity to really take this company where we would like it to go.
Thanks. I forgot to cash a check today.
Don't worry about it. I wanted to take you out.
Oh, yeah, I know. I feel bad, I'll make it up to you next time, I promise.
Christian, don't worry about it.
Thanks.
I'm just glad there'll be a next time.